two boys. Now, I pretty much could think about which one it would have been, but I called both my boys, and I feel like if you assaulted a police officer, you would be in jail. Now, neither one of these brother Tuckers ain't gay, but I just think that Simone just be blurting out shit just for no reason. This is my story with Simone, and I'm gonna say it.
Damn, I got two boys now. I pretty much could think about which one it would have been, but I called both my boys, and I feel like if you assaulted a police officer, you would be in jail. Now, neither one of these brother Tuckers ain't got no money. But I just think that Simone just be blurting that just for no reason. This is my story with Simone. And I must say it, y'all, the streets are saying that Dr. Heavenly just got caught trying to bribe a judge to let her son get out of jail after he was indicted for trying to live a cop. You really can't make this stuff up, y'all. Allegedly, Dr. Heavenly is losing it right now and scrambling to cover up the fact that her kids are broke boys. One of them is about to go to jail for a long time. Her husband is cheating, and she's not as perfect as she tries to make herself out to be. It sounds crazy. So you're telling me that Dr. Heavenly goes around talking trash about other people's lives only to turn out that she has some dirty, stinking skeletons in her closet? Yes, let's break it down. I would be distraught, it's scared out of me, but at the end of the day, love is life, life is love. I love all my children unconditionally, and I would have taken care of it, baby. Also, Dr. Heavenly's world just turned upside down when she realized that the news about her son Damon Kimes Jr. is getting indicted has made its way to the internet. Her carefully curated life was about to come apart at the seams, and y'all, she was losing it. But what does she expect? One thing we've all learned about the internet is that nothing stays hidden for long, and if there's a loose thread, you bet your life savings that some YouTuber or random Twitter user will pull it till everything unravels. Y'all know the internet detectives don't play about their job. So what's the deal with Damon Jr.? But word recently got out that Damon was indicted after an arrest in 2023. The court documents have been circulating on the internet, and trust me, you're not ready for all these details, but we going to get into it. Damon got indicted by a grand jury on charges of aggravated assault against law enforcement officer when engaged in official duty. The document was dated March 27, 2025, and was called a true bill signed by the grand jury for person. Now, let's get into what really happened, because y'all, it's wild. Because according to the court documents, Damon was first arrested on February 23, 2023, after having an altercation with the police officer at Georgia State University. If you're wondering why the charge against Damon sounded so serious, it's because during the altercation, he nearly unalived the police officer by running over them. Yes, y'all, the summary of the case contained in the court document said, in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Damon Kimes, but the offense of aggravated assault against law enforcement officer on official duty. The document then added the said accused in the county of Fulton in state of Georgia on the 23rd day of February 2023 did unlawfully and knowingly commit an aggravated on the person of Ryan Pinoso, a public safety officer employed by the Georgia State University Police Department as a peace officer who was at the time of the engaged in the performance of his official duties as such public officer. But y'all, that's not even the half of it. The document then describes what happened on the day that this incident occurred, and it's said of being committed by driving his vehicle toward Officer Ponos, the same being a means likely to result in serious bodily injury contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. So this wasn't just some freak accident. Allegedly, Damon deliberately drove his car towards the officer intending to wound him, and let's be real a second, for a millisecond there's no way you drive your car at somebody without wishing somewhere in the back of your mind that that person is alive. The document didn't exactly describe what happened leading up to this moment, but it looks like the evidence they have against him is mind-blowing, because I'm not just leaving it at an indictment. It's taken 2 years to get to this point, but according to law enforcement sources, the police department is taking it all the way to trial, and it makes sense because the police don't just hand out indictments like they're handing out candy on Halloween for them to get to this point. Trust me, they're not about to back down now. And you know who is somewhere losing her mind right now? Dr. Heavenly. Now, to be clear, it's perfectly normal for any parent to be devastated at the idea of their child spending years behind bars, but it's ironic with Dr. Heavenly because she stays putting her nose in everybody else's business. You'll always find her where people are tearing others down, talking about other people's problems and destroying other people's friendships, and now the people are all up in her business. She can't take it, but You know what they say about Lil Miss Karma, but get this y'all, it's not even just that she's scrambling. If word in the streets is anything to go by, then Dr. Heavenly is pulling out all the stops to make sure her family image remains intact. She's even going as far as gaslighting her fans into believing the court documents is fake. At first, Dr. Heavenly tried to ignore the rumors and act like she wasn't bothered at all, but y'all know how loud the internet can get when they clock your tea, and baby, the receipts that came with Damon's arrest and indictment are no joke. But Dr. Heavenly chose to pretend that nothing was going on, and honestly, you can't even blame her, because she already had enough to deal with without her son embarrassing her all over the internet. But for those who missed the tea, Dr. Heavenly recently got dragged through the mud after she made some homophobic comments during one of her rants. It all started after this ex-user shared a clip from one of Dr. Heaven's videos where she said this. So when you have a conversation with somebody and somebody gets upset and it goes to the left, most men, real men, not gay men, not men, you know what I'm saying, the guys that are kind of, but real men are going to feel like, you know what I mean, straight men are going to feel like, if you tell my wife to shut up, I'm going to have a problem with it. I mean that just it is the user. Added the caption, I will never understand why people think being gay is synonymous with scary and be related. I know Samuel's battle that'll beat daddy behind into the ICU, y'all, but that was only the beginning. People all over the internet went ballistic on her and dragged her through that pure sewer. Dr. Heavenly, the F gay men aren't real men, and we're be men. You need to shut the F up. Tell daddy's bowling ball shave behind to come see me. If he has a problem, you have some major explaining to do. Why in the hell does she think gay men aren't real men, and why in hell does she think gay men wouldn't defend their spouses? To make such outright remarks as a dentist is insane. And then there were people saying Dr. Heavenly is one to talk because most of her supporters are gay men. Also, some people felt like she might need to look inward because she's saying a lot about gay men. Meanwhile, one of her sons is a whole gay man. Allegedly, Heavenly uses the queer community, specifically gay men, to boost herself, and that's what she's going to say. Gross, she know her son gay right now. To be fair, a lot of people commenting on the clip didn't know the full picture or the porn she was trying to pass across. She was talking about the reality show Married to Medicine that she's a part of. She was basically showing appreciation to how the men on the show respect the women by staying out of the drama. She said they never talk crazy about them or try to put them down, which she felt like was a good thing. It also seemed like she was low-key trying to justify King's decision to check DRG because he was getting some backlash after going off on Quad. However, she could have made her point without bringing gay men into the equation. Like, what did calling gay men soft have to do with men on the show respecting women? Well, y'all know what they say, that homophobia will going to jump out sooner or later, no matter how much she'll try to hide it. But to make matters worse, she dropped this half-baked apology-ish statement on her IG saying, I'm with you, I apologize. It was an ignorant statement. I'm a grown woman. I can admit when I'm wrong. I didn't mean it that way. Oh, and she was definitely feeling the heat, but a lot of people didn't feel like her apology was genuine. She said whatever she could do to get out that mess she was in, but y'all, it got even worse because with all the backlash Dr. Heavenly was facing, the last thing she needed was for the news about her son's arrest to become public knowledge and have the whole internet in her business. But y'all know how Dr. Heavenly likes to pretend her life is the most perfect life in the world, right? Perfect kids, perfect husband, perfect job, perfect teeth. But even when there were rumors about her husband cheating on her, she denied them. And when Mariah came forward with receipts that her husband did have a bunch of side chicks, she said, well, even if he did, I don't believe it because I didn't see it. In the world of Dr. Heavenly, the truth is only what she says is the truth, and as long as she didn't see it, then it's not the truth. It's looking like even if she did see it, it still wouldn't be the truth that she don't want it to be or don't acknowledge it. Doing all that mental gymnastics is just too much, and trying to maintain that type of image is crazy. See, one thing about Dr. Heavenly is that she's always ready to talk about other people's marriages and families, but she gets hurt whenever someone flips the script. Heavenly shouldn't be talking about any of her friends on a damn social media. Point blank, period is up. It's not cool. Right now they're in a tug-off war of ego. I feel that Contessa did it wrong because it's everybody